Hey, what's up, guys? Racing Rev here, and welcome to the start of my Monoposto 2024 My Team Career Mode. And this is episode 1 of season 1, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And guess whom we have got for our teammate? Yes, it is Oliver Behrman. We have seen how he has performed in the Ferrari this year, so we have signed him as we are approaching the final corner of our qualifying run. This is the only hot lap I was able to do in the qualifying session, and this was a great quali. Like, I have nailed every turn, and this is the best I can do with my car, and it is P7. Oh my god, guys, we have got P7 in the first race. This is huge. I mean, this is our first race and we have gone to P7 with our teammate at P22. So let's head on straight to the starting grid.
To crown a champion is going to start in a few moments' time. Green flag at the back. Formula One in 2024 begins when the 5 red lights go out. The new season is underway.
And it's lights out and away we go, as we have a very poor start as the revs didn't completely get on us and we had a pretty bad start than our competitors. And Piastri is out of the race as Ricciardo and Magnussen block our way and we cannot get that exit out of turn 1. And Lewis Hamilton hits us at the first lap. Oh my god, and we have underfloor damage. And now we have to race the whole race with underfloor damage as it's green light, and we are back to racing as Lewis Hamilton hits us and gets a pretty good exit out of turn 12, but we use our ERS and overtake Lewis Hamilton onto turn 13, that long left-hander. But Lewis Hamilton is coming back at us and we slam the door on him as he has hit us, and I was pretty angry at that moment when he hit us on the first turn of the first lap. And I am starting on the medium tires because I want to do the 2-stop strategy to medium to hards to another set of hards, as I have used all the set of soft tires in the qualifying session and the practice session. As we go on to lap 2, as Kevin Magnussen is ahead of us by 1 second, and we try to dive down the outside of Kevin Magnussen to overtake him at the turn 12, but we couldn't get that move done. But we get the DRS and do the run down the straight, and towards turn 13 I tried again, but Magnussen closed that door and I didn't have that confidence to go all in, and we try again to overtake him, but he again chooses the inside line and gets a better exit. But we are in his slipstream and gaining on him and onto the last corner, and we again try to overtake him through the final corner, but I was unsuccessful. And now I am using all of my battery and the DRS to overtake him, and I tried to do the lunge down the inside and we take Magnussen onto turn 1. What a overtake that was pretty hell of an overtake. And now Magnussen is coming back at us, trying to get that position back as we lock up onto the turn 4, and Magnussen is having a great turn through the corner. But we close that door and keep our positions, but still Magnussen is behind us. Through the hairpin we go towards turn 11 and 12, and I was not very confident at that position, but I do the same move to Daniel Ricciardo position. We are wheel to wheel, but Ricciardo gets off with the better exit width, and I take the slipstream and try to dive down the outside, but I was not confident enough on the brakes, and I ended up going into the dirt and losing time to Ricciardo. But no matter what, we managed to get him the time back. At the end of the lap, on to lap 5 we go, and many of the cars have still not pitted on the soft tires, and I have a great run down the inside, and I get into the slipstream again, but that was not quite enough to do that plunge down the inside. But I take a great exit through turn 3 and now on to turn 4 using DRS. This was pretty hell of a race on the first lap, and I dive down the outside of Daniel Ricciardo and make that overtake done. What an overtake that was. And guys, if you are enjoying this race and want more of this kind of races, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. As we go wide again, the tire wear is started to come in and we have to pit out of this lap, and our race engineer, I guess he was working in Ferrari lately, because he said we are checking.
Okay, we are checking.
And now we are heading on to lap 6 of lap 19, and as I was saying, if you want to see more of this type of content, subscribe to my channel and like this video. This will really help out, as we are told to box this lap by our race engineers, and we come in. And as I said, I will be going for hard tires. This will be a 2-stop strategy, and many of the front runners are picking up their soft tires as I am picking off my medium tires. This is a pretty bad sign about our tire work quality, and this is pretty realistic. You don't know how much tire you will have at the start of your season, and none of the teams know anything about their tire wear in the pre-season testing. This is pretty realistic about this game, and we get re-overtaken by Daniel Ricciardo. And on lap 6 we tried to dive down the outside, but it was 3 wide on our front, and I had to back out because, as I said, I was not confident, and we dive down the outside of Alexander Albon in the Williams. I don't know what the type of glitch is that, and showing my own reference name on the screen on the top left. As we run down to Daniel Ricciardo to overtake those two guys in front, and we had to go out of the track to avoid collision with Daniel Ricciardo, and yeah, they were really pushing me off the track, but I had gained that time, and I tried to dive down the outside and shut that door close out of the corner, and we had done the job of overtaking Daniel Ricciardo. And I dive down of another RB and take that position from Yuki Tsunoda, as he is coming back at us and he is really pushing us through that corner, but I knew that I will get that position out of the final corner, as I was having really good slow speed cornering speeds, but on the fast cornering speeds I was lacking that grip. And that happens as we are the back of George Russell by lap 10, and we are really pushing him hard through this chicane. Towards the hairpin we go, and I was thinking of diving down the outside, but I really backed off. As I said, I was not confident at the slow speed corners, but again I tried to dive down the outside of George Russell, but Russell gets the better exit, but I have the DRS, but George Russell uses his ERS, or the electronic recovery system, to get that position from us. But we, through the slow speed corners, I said I was having great slow speed corner speeds, and we take that position from Russell, as he is right at the back of us, and he was coming back at us with that Mercedes, and he was really at our back, and wheel to wheel at our gearbox, really at our gearbox, but we managed to do it through the final corner. We go, and remember he will have DRS, so, and he comes out and goes into the pits. What blunder has he done? He should have gone to this fight for one more lap and he would be good. And it is lap 12 and we were told to box in for the last set of hard tires, and we dive down inside the pits and do the pit, and it was a pretty calm pit stop compared to the first one. We dive down, take on the hard tires, and it was a normal 2.2 seconds or 3.3 seconds stop, and we have a great outlap cause there was no one around us, and the only driver was again Daniel Ricciardo. I have passed him like 3 times in this race, in the same race. I have overtaken 3 times, yet still he is around 4 seconds or 3 seconds ahead of me. And out of lap 13 again he does that move to me, and my team engineer says not to fight him, but who is gonna hear to him, as we dive down the outside of again Daniel Ricciardo, but he stays in front of us, and we are having a great slipstream on the start finish straight. And I was thinking of diving down the inside, but I backed out because again slow speed cornering, I was not good at it, but I take a good exit again through that corner, and I was thinking of diving down the inside, and I do dive down the inside at that to turn 4, and I does that overtake done, and it was Lance Stroll ahead of me around 3 seconds, as Daniel Ricciardo has hold up me for so long. And you can see how much time am I gaining from the slow speed corners, and I hit track limits. I think this is the glitch of the game. I was not out of the tracks clearly, but what can I say? Happens. And you can see through the slow corners how much time I am gaining on Lance Stroll, and Lance Stroll has overtaken George Russell, and we overtake George Russell as we have a purple second sector, and we get hold up by Lance Stroll as he brake checks us through the final corner, and he does not move. This could cost our fastest lap attempt, but we take the fastest lap attempt from Sergio Perez. He has taken that fastest lap, but now my race engineer tells me to focus on my tires. I had to go 6 more laps on these hard tires, so I back out of George Russell and get that pass as he overtakes us at the turn 1, and we overtake him through the hairpin, and ahead of us is Lance Stroll, and I tried to overtake him through the outside like I have done many more, but Lance Stroll has that inside line and gets a good exit, and he has a lot of ERS to spare, and I don't have that much of ERS because I have that ERS and tire wear issue, and he is on old softs, so I was trying to overtake him, but he was quicker than me in every corners, and I was trying to overtake him at turn 12, and I get that the job done finally after fighting for 2 laps. And he is again coming back at us, and we had to go out of the track to avoid getting hit from Lando Norris and Alonso, and we lose that place from Lance Stroll and lose that time that I have gained for so long. But no worries, we are coming round down on Alonso. We tried to get that inside line, but I was losing time out of the slipstream, and Alonso does that switch, and he overtakes Lando Norris at the final corner, and he goes down into the pits at lap 16 of lap 19, and I am afraid that he will come out in the soft tires and will be faster than most of us, as we are again fighting for position from Lando Norris and Lance Stroll into the first corner, second corner, and third corner we go, and we are having a DRS issue. If you have noticed, our race engineer told us that we are having a minor DRS issue. and if it's minor it will get fixed, and we overtake Lando Norris as he was on his old medium tires and I was quicker in the hards than his medium tires, and he is coming back at us, but no worries, we will get him. And Lance Stroll, we banged tires with Lance Stroll at the hairpin, but Lance Stroll gets that better exit and we try to overtake him down the outside again, but Lance Stroll closes that door and we had to keep it there, and we dive down the inside this time, close that door on the face of Lance Stroll into lap 16 towards that final straight coming up. And I haven't realized that we are P5, we have gained to 2 places, but again a lockup and tire wear had kicked in, but Lance Stroll takes that position from us, and Lando Norris also overtakes us using that slipstream, and their engine are very powerful, and Lance Stroll and Lando Norris both are heading to the pits, and they will both come out on new softs, which is a very big problem for me as I am on old hard tires. But no worries, we head out to overtake and lap Pierre Gasly in the Alpine is so slow that we try to overtake him, but we finally did that overtake on him, and we get out of the track again as lockups and tire wear started to kick in, and Pierre Gasly gets ahead of us, which is not a problem. But the problem is Fernando Alonso, George Russell and Lance Stroll, who are on fresh softs and medium tires, and I lock up again and I have to give that place to Alonso, who is on new set of medium tires, and look at how much pace he is having. He just flew past us and there is nothing I can do. I am a sitting duck here as I have not pitted and gone for the conservative 2-stop strategy, and they going for the 3-stop strategy are faster than me. I don't know how bad my tire wear is. After the first race our race engineer will analyze our tire wear, and I hope we can fix that into the next races of this season. And we go out again on the same corner as we are under pressure from Russell, Stroll, Norris, as I have feared. Our fear has come true, and through the last corner of the previous lap or the 18th lap I was under pressure from George Russell, Lance Stroll, and I was also out of battery and I had locked up again, and the tire wear was pretty bad and I had to close the door from Lance Stroll, but Lance Stroll on that new set of medium tires with the help of DRS, and the fact that I was out of DRS helped him get out of that corner and ahead of me, and I was P7 back again as out of turn 12 Max Verstappen takes our fastest lap by 1.6 seconds as we try to go down the outside of Lance Stroll but couldn't get that move done, and we have to settle for that 7th position without that fastest lap as Max Verstappen takes that fastest lap attempt in the final corner, and it was a pretty good race.
What a race!
Yeah, I mean it was a first race, and Oliver Bearman has ended in P19. I haven't noticed that, but he is P19. And here we are after the race as our standing stands. Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz. So it's a Red Bull and Ferrari sandwich at the top 4. Then it is Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll, me, Lando Norris and all the other drivers, as Oliver Bearman was able to take 4 places, and this is the drivers championship standings, as Oliver Bearman, you can see him on to P11, which is great, and I am on P7, which is pretty close, but George Russell and Lewis Hamilton in that Mercedes are behind me, and it was a pretty hell of a race, first lap drama, but we end up in P7. And so that is it for today's video, and if you have enjoyed this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and like this video. Goodbye, thank you for watching.